Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripe Color. And we are continuing with the series Zero Tuesdays, even though I rarely tape on Tuesday. So, this is the last card in the Major Arcana. I'm doing them in order. The World. The World. It's a beautiful card. A really beautiful card. All right. So, the world, this is really interesting. Okay. She has two wands. It just came to me just this minute. I have all this stuff written down. All right, she has two wands. Now, the magician has a wand as well, but he only has one. And the magician is after the fool. Fool is like the opener. And then the magician is like, I'm incarnate. Here I am, I've got one wand. And I'm bringing it from heaven down to earth. And now, since I've been through the whole journey, I have two wands. I've gathered something. I've accomplished something. I've completed something. That's what the world is about. The world is the last card. So it's this energy of really of completion, of harmony, of like a final. There's a finalness to it in a good way, not in a good way. The journey is complete. The fool's path, the fool's journey is complete. So it doesn't mean that, oh, when you pull the world, like means I set out to accomplish something. There was a lesson that I wanted to uh, learn. There was a goal I wanted to accomplish. I'm going to say I mean whoever you're reading for, and now it's complete and it's perfect. There's this energy of it's perfect. It's like an ornate. You know what I think of it as? I wish I could. I don't want to go away from the camera. You know what Intarsia is? Intarsia is when they take hard stones and they kind of put it into almost a mosaic, and they're cut exact, and maybe one is lapis and one is malachite and one is jasper, etc., and then make a beautiful box. That's what I always think of as the world. This beautiful ornate object that's perfect and done, and it stands on its own. That's the energy of it. That's the energy of the world card, and it's this the finalness to it. Now, the other thing I wanted to say about the world, and I wanted to say really about all the cards, we all have our own interpretations, right? But sometimes you have to read the card for exactly, really simply what it is. Sometimes the fool is the fool. Sometimes the hermit is the hermit, being alone, right? Sometimes temperance is like a rebalance, right? Temper something, I'm going to add a little hot water and a little cold water until I get warm water. So sometimes it's just, like that, a combination, temperance would be a combination. And sometimes the world means the world. Sometimes it's like, worldly success, um, or, worldly fame, like that. So you always keep that in mind. Sometimes just read the card for as simple as it is, depending upon the cards near it and with it, and the reading, of course. All right, I do not want to forget anything. So, if perfect balance, let's look at the pretty card. Perfect balance, peace, harmony. There's a real sense of harmony here because she has the two. It's also, this represents Jupiter. Now, if you look at how her leg is, like one crosses underneath the other, and that really is the symbol of Jupiter. And Jupiter is about expansion and luck, and kind of like everything being on your side. This is the energy, right? This is the flip, and it's sort of okay. Let's see, fulfillment, discovery, completion. I can't read my own writing. Freedom, a realization. There's like this complete realization. It's like, oh, I went through that whole phase. It's like I graduated from college, right? And now that I graduated, I met all these people, I learned all these things, I learned what I do like, what I don't like. Maybe in the middle of the, in the second year or whatever, I changed my major because I had a realization. But the 2 years that I had previous actually, enhanced my experience, perfection, end of the journey. This could also be travel sometimes. On occasion, this is a travel part. Unity, worldly success, materialization. That's a great word for this. Final destination, right? All is understood. The joy of accomplishment. The joy of accomplishment. So I read a few weeks ago for somebody, and they asked. Their question was very simple: am I done with a project? And I had no idea what the project was or wasn't. This was the first card I pulled, and was like, absolutely yes, absolutely yes. Like, how do you know? Like it was almost like the whole reading was in one card, because they explained to me later that it was a project they've been working on for years and years. And what happens, sometimes with us, and I really feel like I have to say this, um, the world means there's a period at the end of the sentence. It's like, okay, maybe I want to write another book, right? Like the first book was like, let's say it's the book of, your life. So the first book was from being born till, 25 or 30 or 40 or 18, say, and period, right? And then the second book comes, right? But there has to be a period. There has to be, it's almost, there's almost, I don't want to say a limit, but there's this joy and accomplishment. It's like, okay, well, that part is accomplished. Or maybe you're writing a book about your life, right? And you're putting it in three pieces, three stages. And one of them is physical, and one of them is emotional, and one of them is spiritual, right? But there are three different books that come together as a whole. So one of the books is done. One of the books is done. And the thing is like she's ready to walk through the wreath, right? So that means one is done, and now the next thing is coming, right? But enjoy that accomplishment for what it is. It's like, oh, that's done. And now I can move on to something else, right? You're having a party, the entire house, you cleaned the entire house from top to bottom, every single room, every single everything. And now I'm ready to, host a party. Now I'm ready to have people over. Now I'm ready to, enjoy the party or whatever, like that. So yeah, that's the thing about this card. That's what I wanted. That was the point I was trying to make. Sometimes, we complete something, and it's like, well, I really got to go back and fix it. No. It's complete, and now it's time to start a new story. That's the energy of the card. Okay. Finality of a journey, happy ending. I know that sounds a little perverted, but success, wholeness, wholeness. That's what the world is about. And it's almost like a bow around the wreath. So it's like, let's say you're making a wreath, for the fall or for Christmas or whatever. And you do all your flower things, and you got all the right flower, and you got the wire, and everything's all together. And then it's like, okay, and then you put the bow on it. Now you put the bow on it. It's like, oh, we're done. We're done. I put the bow on it. I'm ready. I'm ready to present the gift, right? I received, that's the gift. So it's a really interesting part, because some of them really come to that really final conclusion like this one. There's something I can't read. I am getting my eyes looked at on Saturday, by the way. Complete understanding. The complete understanding. Yeah, the complete understanding. Oh, I wish I could go back to school and learn this again. I wish. It's like, that's nice. But you got the piece of paper, you graduated, now it's time to go out and get a job, right? Or say get a PhD or whatever it is. But that's the energy of the card. There's a final conclusion to something that you worked really hard on. That was quite the experience because we've gone through the entire deck. We've gone through stages of isolation. We've gone through changes. We've gone through self-reflection. We've gone through, inviting other people in. We've gone through, communicating with spirit. We've gone through choices. We've gone through death. We've gone through, unexpected things coming out of nowhere. We've gone through psychic awareness. We've gone, there's a whole thing. And there's a completion to it because the fool's journey really represents the journey of life. And, we go through many journeys in life, right? One journey is like becoming an adolescent, becoming an adult, right? One journey might be being in a relationship, getting married, having children. Another journey might be moving to a different place, doing, having a job or a career or changing them. Those are all journeys in and of themselves. So that's the energy of the card. And then the four fixed signs show up, right? Just like and it's also this understanding of cycle because it's a cycle. And it's the period at the end of the sentence, but another book is coming is kind of the energy. So the other place that the four fixed signs show up is in the Wheel of Fortune, which is 10, which is also completion. It's like a double 10 in a way. And it's the four fixed signs. And it's almost like you're being blessed and guided by the four elements, by the four seasons, by the earth and air and fire and water, right? My mental capacity, my emotional capacity, my passion, and the physical world. So it's almost like they're blessing you. It's almost like your favorite teachers showed up at your graduation. I keep on coming to this graduation thing. You're, from all the different classes that you took, and they're all like, congratulations, I'm really proud of you. Maybe you'll be in touch, maybe you won't. I wish you the best of luck. Go and be free, go and accomplish something or whatever. That's the energy because right after this comes the Fool with it. Right after this, becomes the Fool, starts again in a new journey, with a new light, a new inspiration. All right. So I am continuing on the journey of the Tarot Tuesdays, and I am going to, I'm doing one card at a time. I was going to do all four aces and all four twos, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do one and one and one and one. And I think I'm going to begin with wands because wands are fertility, growth, newness, right? Spring. Spring is really the start of the year in a lot of ways. So I'm going to start with the wands, which are representative of spring, new growth, new everything. The announcements that I wanted to make, if you're watching this week, Tarot classes start. It's Nancy Jean and I lead you through a 6-week intensive course that's lots of fun, learning the Tarot with explanations of every card, explanation of spreads, a little bit of history of the Tarot, numerology. We go through the court cards, through the major arcana, through the minor arcana, all the numbers. Numerology is super important in Tarot. And you get to practice. We show you spreads and you get to practice. So that starts on Thursday, and we will also be offering the class again. I don't know when, maybe June, maybe July. All right. So if you're interested, sign up. All the information is below. I offer meditations available for purchase. I can also lead you through a meditation, which is also available on my website. I offer tarot readings, private tarot readings, as well as healing. I'm a healing practitioner, I guess you'd call it. And the modality that I utilize is IET, which is integrated energy therapy, which can help you to release trauma and to receive blessings. All right. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for being on this journey, and all the cards. I've gone through all 22 so far, and we're getting into the rest of them. So that's another 50 something cards. Quite a lot. All right. Talk to you soon. Blessings, and thanks for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.